Thank you so much, Mohit, and thank you all. It's been a pleasure here looking at the India growth story. I had invested in stocks, but looking at the story now, I will really press hard even to buy Adani stocks. So thank you so much for pressing on the Indian story. We talk about the traditional approach of insurance here, which is more auxiliary to the kind of the business that we are doing. There's much in the slides, but what I would want to talk about is, as a reinsurer, we're doing a couple of different things. We're trying to promote the growth. We're trying to promote the innovation. We talk about the lending sector, where we've been working with some of the MFIs to give a small group term life policy. Then we take your interest to the mental health, which is something as a topic most of us are interested to know, and then a couple of products, and I'm sure I'm not going to take much time of yours. Starting with the story of the lending in India, and the words like microcredit, microfinance are not the words that we've not heard about. Practically from a risk management perspective, these were the tools designed by the government to reduce the vulnerability, typically was targeting the poverty. Then there came a developmental tool of micro insurance, which was nothing but, as the word suggests, a risk transfer mechanism. We all know when we talk about insurance, by giving a premium, we are assured of the quanta risk placed. So with the risk management philosophy and the risk transfer philosophy, the government tried to attack, the poverty of the erstwhile times. While taking about this cause, they had progressive expansion plans in place. I'm just quickly dwelling in terms of the traditional micro insurance versus the microcredit versus the thread of microfinance. So, as the words rightly suggest, the microcredit is lending for small loans given for a purpose, but with the diverse nature of the people that this was targeted at, this wasn't a successful array of the strategy which government wanted to deploy. Then came the realization and various phases, and they took the help of couple of insurance companies, where the insurance companies during the phases helped government support the lower strata of the society. The first of the phase was targeted towards an integrated rural development program, where the insurance companies supported to fight against the poverty. Then came the phase which was a growth phase, where the credit was actually given, and with credit, the idea was to bring a change in the mindset. With credit, people could take more risk. And then came the phase with government interventions, and the growth stories was the developmental phase, with creation of social security measures being impacted to these people. Of the phases that we have, there was a development of self-help group societies, and these self-help group societies with the microfinancing were able to talk about a couple of problems which were erstwhile not the causative problems which were taken by the first of the measures, and hence a simple group term life policy was given as a joint to the joint liability group to a section of females for their empowerment. In the insurance world, not a lot of people know, but there's a microcredit given by the MFI segment, where the loan is given to the female bread earners within the family. And while the loan is given, there is a risk associated and a premium attached to that loan which is given. So there is a self-help group where this loan is given to 18 to 20 females, and the MFI does the distribution work of giving these loans. With this loan, they empower women to take the entrepreneurial strata of, crafting of their work which they have been doing. And in case of an eventuality where this female and the spouse is covered, is covered. So for example, a 50,000 loan is basically given for a tenure of 1 year, or a 1 lakh loan is given for a period of 2 years. Within that 50,000, the female is socially protected for any eventuality which happens in the family. So if there's an accidental death, or if there's a death due to any cause to a spouse, she's given the benefit. With this quanta of money, the message that is being imparted is that you have a loan, you can exercise what you would want to do as your entrepreneurial work, and in case of any eventuality, there is a protection that I'm going to impound on you. This has been very well widely taken by the rural household, and is being promoted by the insurance company. But what is not working well is basically the capacity to provide such entrepreneurial risk. And here, as a reinsurers, you have a very limited market also to operate in terms of the capacity. But as a philanthropic interest, AXA has put a capacity, and of the 10-12 microfinancing institutions that we have, who are qualified as small financing banks in India, we've been supporting too. And the idea is to support them with more products. From a traditional parlance, there's another product called HospiCash, which we are all aware about. But as HospiCash, we only know that this is a complementary product to the Mediclaim that is being provided. But practically, if you actually give this to the small lending woman, you can play a story wherein you can talk about, since she's a female earner, if something happens on a daily cash benefit, and if she doesn't go out for work, that is a particular benefit amount that can be given. So this as a product has a very small premium value, but a larger benefit associated to it. The third of those of couple of insurance products that we've been working upon is the mental health product. Mental health is a very, very subjective topic, and it's the IRDA says that mental health has to be covered in all the insurance policies that we give. But typically to the likes of the insurance market, where the insurance market says that there is a hospitalization needed, or there is a cause and effect associated. So, the popularity of the product has not been taken. But mental health is not a disease, but is a journey. How do we tackle to the problem of the mental health? As AXA, what we've done is we have engaged with a startup ecosystem, and there's a company which provides mental health as an engagement platform. Most of us, are very, very sensitive about talking about our mental health problems to anybody. So we have a bot, so the bot is the first person that you talk to. In terms of bringing that person to an app, we have a lot of engagement tools associated. So we've got a diet counselor, or we have a tarot card reader, we have an astrologer, talk through. So through these applications, we would want the person to come to that app, and then probably we have a lot of content story to talk about. Even for these small financing banks that we've been talking, stress is not a quantified peril that anybody can basically talk about. So, with engagements, we have the CBT trained trainer, through which, even if you cannot read, but with the speech therapies, you can probably, dial costs to your event. And then you have counselors to hail through. It's just not like a simple mechanism that one would need a counselor, but a trained behavior to take that section. Anybody, any questions so far? The third is talking about a couple of products. We all know that there are critical illness or high sum insured products that we have, but why not quantify them as a primary, secondary and a tertiary cover products? So if you take an insurance, you obviously need high sum insureds for your tertiary illnesses. So why not have tertiary illnesses covers which are more suitable to the society and more pocket friendly, rather than taking up a Mediclaim policy, covering OPD and going for a consultation to the best of the hospitals. So these are a couple of areas that we thought through are important for people who are working within various ecosystems to know, and happy to take either of your suggestions. Thank you.